team doesn't even respawn by the time the Roche dies. In the lowest possible bracket, the enemy team is alive, 100% HP, and the people are out of mana and are going to lose a Roche fight because they were slow in getting to that objective. So in my opinion, that is what playing fast is it's basically just moving between objectives in Dota as quickly as possible, and an objective could be like an item timing, for example. So sometimes it's fine to like farm the jungle, and like, yes, that's slower, let's say, but maybe less risky than just like going into Roche or something like that. But within that context, you can still have somebody playing fast, like moving quickly between the camps, using blinks, tread swapping, things like that. It's just all about efficiency.
Yeah, I completely agree with essentially just the movement from one objective to the next. And I always say it in the words like just trying to press the game towards its conclusion as quickly as possible. And the way to do that is to take objectives. So if the example that you gave is really good and something that I see all the time, people take a fight, Roche is clearly the next objective, or maybe the mid tower is clearly the next objective, and then everybody just kind of like splits apart and goes and farms because they're like, oh well, there's no heroes alive to stop me from getting my items, so I'm going to go get my items now. When in reality, that isn't actually helping you win the game that much, but taking Roshan allows you to then go high ground, so that's a big push forward towards actually ending the game. And
Right.
And I will say though that the process of playing fast is a little different than just like you take mid and then you just immediately run to the safe lane tower without your cooldowns because you use them to take mid. That is not playing fast. That's just suiciding, right? Like if you just are constantly running at the other team without your resources. But the point is, like, if you have resources, it's all about recognizing if you have the resources to win a fight, to take an objective, and then
Getting to that objective as quickly as possible when you have the resources to do so.
Immediately using those resources. Like if an Enigma has a black hole, you want to see them use that at level 6 to take a fight as soon as possible. You don't want them to hold it until like level 12 because it's a resource that you can use to do something good. So,
and even in like a pro match, you'll notice that the moment an Enigma gets level 6, Smoke of Deceit immediately purchased, or it's already on the courier flying out to the Enigma.
Yep.
And that's what people are referring to when they say like playing fast. And the reason that playing fast is important in Dota is like the reason that I like the Roshan example is because in Dota, 1 to 2 seconds really matters. Where it's like this crucial guy doesn't show up to a team fight. He's 1 to 2 seconds too late, so his whole team dies. Like that's the thing with the lower brackets is a lot of people don't feel the urgency to where it's like, okay, as soon as we get this black hole, we need to use it. But then you get to a point in the game where the black hole doesn't matter anymore because the enemy team is so huge that even holding them doesn't beat them. And then it's like, oh, I wish we had used this a couple of seconds sooner. Like it's always after the fact that people realize. And that's why pro players just try to play like as fast as possible always, because you're never really going to be punished for playing like too fast. That's not going to happen. Like if you have your resources, like usually if you the only punish is going to happen like if you misexecute. That's where like you can always look at a fight where it's like, okay, was the problem that we did that too fast? No, not really. It's probably that this guy like pressed this spell in the wrong order, or he just messed this thing up, and that's why this fight didn't work.
Right.
Anyway,